Hello and Assalamualaikum everyone. My name is Nurfathiah and I am a final year student of Bachelor's degree in Food Science and Technology. So the purpose of this video is that I would like to share with you guys about my final project. My project is basically to determine the ethanol content in kombucha tea during fermentation. Do you know what is kombucha tea and do you guys consume it? Yes, I know that kombucha tea is unfamiliar to us, but there are people out there who consume this kombucha tea for health benefits. So firstly, what is kombucha tea? Kombucha tea is a fermented beverage traditionally made by fermenting sugar in dissolved black tea with the presence of a symbiotic culture of bacteria and yeast, or also known as SCOBY. Okay wait, so what is SCOBY? SCOBY is a form of cellulosic spongy bell shape which are made of acetic acid bacteria and yeast. The other name of this culture is tea fungus. Sound interesting, isn't it? Kombucha tea is a traditional fermented tea and its consumption has increased in the past few years as it has been related to various psychological advantages in people. Based on the research, people who drink kombucha on a daily basis have a better overall health because of the metabolites found in the tea. The beneficial properties that have been found in the kombucha tea on human well-being are anti-cancer, antimicrobial potential, and antioxidant activity due to the presence of tea polyphenols, ascorbic acid, and disaccharide acid 1,4-lactone in kombucha tea. Throughout the fermentation process, yeast will utilize the invertase enzyme to hydrolyze sucrose into glucose and fructose, then form ethanol by glycolysis, with the fructose being the preferred substrate, while acetic acid bacteria develop gluconic acid and acetic acid from glucose and ethanol respectively. Hence, the ethanol content used in the kombucha tea are the main concern among Muslims, as alcoholic food and beverage are totally prohibited in Islam. But ethanol derived from natural fermentation with a concentration of less than 1% is considered a preserving agent with a halal status. Therefore, the consumption of kombucha tea has raised doubts among consumers because of the unknown percentage of ethanol in kombucha tea beverages. Okay wait, do you guys wonder how to detect the ethanol content of the kombucha and what instrument is suitable for this analysis? The answer is that gas chromatography with a flame ionization detector, or GC-FID for short, has been selected as the instrument for this study. To let you guys know, GC-FID is a high technology science instrument. So back to the significance of this study. This study is essential to the consumers, especially Muslims, because there is ambiguity about the permissible content from halal or non-halal sources, especially concerning alcohol. By conducting this research, it will be beneficial to small vendors who produce homemade kombucha tea product to estimate the duration of kombucha tea fermentation in order to meet the JAKIM's standard. Moreover, this study will also benefit the kombucha tea industry, as ethanol detection using GC-FID is a simple and easy method to analyze the percentage of ethanol content in kombucha tea. Thus, this study will be a significant endeavor and act as a reference or guidance to everyone on whether kombucha tea is safe or halal to be consumed, since the percentage of ethanol content will be studied and can be further applied as the standard method for kombucha tea production. Besides determining the percentage of ethanol content, the pH value, total sugar content, and the limit of quantitation of ethanol in the kombucha tea sample were investigated as well in this study using GC-FID. Without further ado, I would like to share roughly how this project is done. First of all, the tea fungus or SCOBY is freshly prepared by subculturing the mother of SCOBY to produce the daughter of SCOBY. The daughter of SCOBY will form on the surface of the tea broth after 7 days of fermentation. After that, homemade kombucha tea is prepared and fermented for up to 30 days. After that, analysis have done on selected days. On the day of the observation, the sample of kombucha was set to room temperature and sonicated for 5 minutes using an ultrasonic valve sonicator. After that, the kombucha tea was transferred to a centrifuge tube and centrifuged at 4000 rpm for about 5 minutes and then filtered using membrane filter. Next, 1 ml of N-butanol that acts as an internal standard solution was poured into a 10 ml volumetric flask, and the previous filtered kombucha was added until the calibration mark. The prepared test solution were inserted into a vial and ready to be analyzed by GC-FID. The remaining sample is then used to determine its pH value and total sugar content. The limit of quantitation of ethanol was around 0.05%. That means 0.05% of ethanol is the smallest concentration that GC-FID can detect for the analysis. The result from the study indicates kombucha tea that has been fermented up until day 21 produced the highest percentage of ethanol content. The ethanol concentration increased gradually with fermentation time, and the changes in pH were related to the ethanol content yielded in the kombucha tea. Moreover, the pH value of the kombucha was decreased gradually, and the total sugar content of the kombucha was increased upon fermentation. However, a few commercial samples of kombucha tea have been analyzed for their ethanol content, and the result obtained shows that the ethanol content of 4 over 6 samples exceeds the JAKIM guidelines, which is prohibited for Muslims to consume. This study's findings suggest that ethanol content yield in kombucha tea depends on many factors such as fermentation condition, times, and sucrose concentration that need to be optimized to achieve maximum or minimal yield. I think that's all from me. Thank you for watching, everyone. Till next time. Bye bye.